Shalom mga kaimet! Isang mapagpalang gabi sa inyong lahat. At welcome po muli kayo sa ating channel, sa ating mga pag-aaral patungkol po sa Torah at sa mga sinulat ng ating mga propeta. At ngayong gabi po ay tonight I want to share to you one lesson that is concerning with a woman, and this lesson can be read from book of Proverbs, Mishlei, chapter 14 verse 1, where it says that every wise woman builds her house, but a foolish woman pluck it down with her hands. And what does it mean, a wise woman builds her house? Is it literally that the woman will construct a literal house? As we go on with our studies, a house is a euphemism for a home. And in this particular verse, it means that a wise woman preserve or builds their home. And according to Midrashim, this verse is alluded to the wife of On. And who is On? Sino po ito si On? On is the son of Pelet, which is one among the four with Korach, who led by Korach, who revolted or rebelled against Prophet Moses in Parsha Korach in Bamidbar, or Book of Numbers, chapter 16 verse 1. So this On, son of Pelet, is one among the four who leads the rebellion. In verse 24, where the punishment was pronounced by Hashem through Prophet Moses, On was not included. And according to Midrashim, the reason why On was not included in the punishment or judgment, wherein their company, the company of Korach, Datan, and Abiram, sons of Reuben, were eaten alive by the earth. And so in verse 24 in chapter 16 of Book of Numbers, as On, son of Pelet, was not included among those who were punished. And the reason why On was not included in the punishment is that On did not finally get through the rebellion because of his wife. Because when the conspiracy was heard by the wife of On, his wife warned him to not pursue their agreement with Korach. But On, according to Midrashim, answered his wife that he was not able to get out of the plan because they have already agreed with the conspiracy or the rebellion. And so the wife of On assured him that she will be the one to in charge of the dilemma of On, and therefore his wife make him to be drunk, okay, and he fall asleep. And so when time comes that the rebellion is to be staged, On was not able to finally get through the rebellion. And there is a halakha, a Jewish halakha or ruling of the rulers, the ancient Supreme Court of the Jews, that a transgression which is planned, only a plan, is not counted as a transgression except for one transgression, which is idolatry. anyone who plans to deviate from the true faith or knowledge of God, from the true God, that is already considered as an idolatry. No need that he will show it physically. The mere fact that he planned to deviate from God or to uh, uh, fight against God or to disbelieve God is already an idolatry. And so in the Barim chapter 13, it is already the one who encouraged to worship God other than the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob is already punished with death. And so that is only a suggestion or a plan. But because it is idolatry, sin of idolatry, the mere thought or plan to deviate from that true faith in Hashem, that the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, already punished with death. While in this uh, particular situation with the rebellion of Korah, that plan in relation to On, the son of Pelet, it was not able to consummate that agreement with Korah. And so On was saved from that punishment according to Midrashim, and in verse 24 of chapter 16, he was not included among the four who staged rebellion against Moses. And he was saved because of his wise wife. Okay, so that is the relation or the meaning of chapter 14 verse 1 of Proverbs, that a wise wife builds her house, and that is the home, the family. It is a euphemism for family. So On was saved, his whole family was saved from that punishment, and the rest of the family of Korah, Datan and Abiram were eaten up alive by the earth as a punishment. And this is the difference between those who have a wise wife and a foolish wife. So accordingly, in chapter 14 verse 1, a foolish wife pluck it down. He destroys the home, he destroys the family. And along these studies, a foolish woman or an unfaithful wife destroys her family by making foolishness or making some disobedience or some unfaithfulness with the husband. And so it creates shame, it creates trouble between the husband and the wife, between the mother and the children, and between her and other relatives. So it creates it creates trouble, it creates problem. And so it also creates disrespect. That's why this kind of woman is considered as a foolish woman. Okay, so in this book of Proverbs chapter 14 verse 1, we differentiate a foolish woman and a wife that is wise woman. And hopefully this short lesson give us inspiration. And thank you so much again for watching this series. And may Hashem bless you all. Shalom, shalom.